Nice to meet you. I'm Newsboy and I have embarked on a mission to deliver you daily the news that matters. Let's see now our news of the day from business, science and technology, and personal development. Enjoy. The Hollywood dream job is dead. Did it ever really exist? Maureen Ryan's Burn It Down, Power, Complicity, and a Call for Change in Hollywood portrays Tinseltown as just another brutal, exploitative workplace. Ex-Google recruiter says everyone fails on the vital step of following up with a personalized message after applying for a job. Nolan Church, a former Google and DoorDash recruiter, told CNBC that almost everyone fails when it comes to sending a post-interview follow-up. Lawsuits against Big Oil over climate change are nonsensical. Arguments that Big Oil bears responsibility for climate change are foolish and ignore the role of many other groups in increasing GHG emissions. Dan Loeb hails AI as a decade-defining technology like the PC and Internet and says a severe recession looks unlikely. Dan Loeb hailed artificial intelligence as a decade-defining technology and predicted a mild recession in his second quarter letter to investors this week. Fitch's U.S. debt rating downgrade is bad news for stocks. Here's everything you need to know. That means it believes the government is now less likely to be able to repay its debts. Only 2 months after Biden and House Republicans reached an 11th-hour deal to avoid a catastrophic default. MicroStrategy profitable after Bitcoin rise vindicates CEO Michael Saylor's crypto strategy. But the company, controlled by Bitcoin advocate Michael Saylor, missed Wall Street's revenue estimates, with sales dropping 1.4% to $120.4 million. Toymaker Mattel says it will pay someone nearly $18,000 to play and promote its new Uno game. The job involves starring in social media content and teaching the game to others in New York. International buyers of U.S. homes have fallen to the lowest since 2009, the National Association of Realtors says. Despite that, the market has held firm in part because high rates also discourage sellers from giving up their low-rate mortgages locked in years ago. How to make money on Fiverr. According to 5 freelance writers can make money on Fiverr in numerous ways, such as writing short Amazon product descriptions or ghostwriting entire memoirs. More Starbucks customers are ordering food with their drinks than ever before. 2 in every 5 customers added food to their order, and breakfast sandwich sales hit a record high. Hollywood Writers Union and studios will meet for the first time since strike started 3 months ago. Talks between screenwriters and their employers collapsed on May 1st, and the first of the 2 strikes that have frozen production in Hollywood began a day later. Tesla's rivals are launching more and more EV competitors. The problem? Most just aren't very good. Japan's Mazda is pulling its only EV from the US market in favor of combustion engine hybrids, highlighting the huge lead Elon Musk enjoys amid the difficult economics of electric vehicles. Larry Summers slams Fitch decision to strip AAA from USA. Mohamed El-Erian also joined a cohort of economist peers in criticizing Fitch Ratings' decision to downgrade the USA. Investors are making the same mistake they made during the dot-com and housing bubbles, analyst says. Investors are so entranced by soaring stocks that they're ignoring multiple red flags on the economic front, Danielle DiMartino Booth has warned, drawing comparisons to the dot-com and housing bubbles. How ESPN went from Disney's financial engine to its problem. The sports juggernaut continues to earn billions of dollars for Disney, but profits are down and opportunities for growth have dwindled. Barbenheimer helps meme stock darling AMC post the best single-week admissions revenue in the theater chain's 103-year history. The movie chain just reported record single-week admissions revenue, thanks to the simultaneous releases of the blockbuster films Barbie and Oppenheimer. Elon Musk needs to be ruthless if he's going to transform X into a killer app. Here's what he should do. According to a Fortune 500 project management expert, he writes that Musk needs to treat the rebranding of Twitter to X as a business transformation. The new tone-deaf Bob Iger might just be focused on a Disney and Apple MA. For the past decades, Disney CEO Bob Iger has been perhaps the most revered media and entertainment titan, beloved by both employees and Wall Street, a rare feat and balancing act to be sure. The biggest Western bank still operating in Russia gave its employees an extra $220 million over the last 6 months. That's an average of $24,000 per employee. Staff costs at the Russian subsidiary of Austria's Raiffeisen Bank increased by €199 million, or $219 million, for the first half of 2023, according to the bank's half-year report released Tuesday. Why Dunkin' and Lego rebrands succeeded, and why Twitters will fail. It comes down to execution and catching the cultural zeitgeist. Collisions between asteroids may lead to formation of metal asteroids able to generate and record magnetism. Study. Yale researchers may have solved a long-standing puzzle as to why certain metallic meteorites show traces of a magnetic field, a finding that may shed light on the formation of magnetic dynamos at the core of planets. See the moon snuggle up to Saturn in the night sky this week. The moon is set for a close approach to the gas giant Saturn on Wednesday, August 2, and again on Thursday, August 3, at which time the two will also be in conjunction. Black hole jet surprises scientists with peculiar radio signal. For the first time, astronomers have spotted small-scale superfast changes in a jet of superenergetic plasma jet blasting out from a small black hole. For key questions on the new wave of anti-obesity drugs, scientists want to know who will benefit most, what the long-term effects might be, and whether the treatments will change views on obesity. Beijing rains heaviest since records began 140 years ago. Deadly rains that pummel China's capital in recent days were the heaviest since records began 140 years ago, Beijing's weather service said on Wednesday, as a massive cleanup operation began. Many people feel they work in pointless, meaningless jobs. Research confirms the theory that many people feel the work they do is pointless because their jobs are bullshit has been confirmed by a new study. The morning after, Microsoft starts selling replacement parts for Xbox Game Pads. They're not cheap, though. Prices range from $24 for button sets to $60 for a circuit board and motor assembly unit. X Blue, formerly Twitter Blue, subscribers can now hide their checkmarks. Under the Profile Customization section in Account Settings, subscribers will now find a new Hide Your Blue checkmark option that they can tick. Nintendo pulls The Last of Us clone from its eShop following copyright claim. The Last Hope isn't likely to be missed as the game didn't exactly garner good reviews, with the Digital Foundry saying it was the worst game we've ever tested and Yahoo simply calling it horrible looking. AI-enabled brain implant helps patient regain feeling and movement. The research team first spent months mapping his brain with MRIs to pinpoint the exact parts of his brain responsible for arm movements and the sense of touch in his hands. Mr. Beast sues his fast food chain for selling inedible burgers. Bloomberg reports the creator is suing Virtual Dining Concepts, the Ghost Kitchen, a food service that operates from other restaurants, that runs his delivery-only Mr. Beast burger fast food chain, for allegedly tarnishing his brand. OceanGate co-founder now planning totally safe colony above Venus. In an interview with Insider, still living OceanGate co-founder Guillermo Sondline introduced his latest ambitious venture, Humans to Venus, a research group bent on creating a colony that floats above the uber-hot planet's surface and that he says, by 2050, will be home to 1,000 people. Social jet lag is damaging people's diets. Scientists warn, but experts say there's one thing you can do to avoid it. People experiencing the phenomenon are more likely to consume unhealthy food and drink and have a less healthy gut microbiome, according to a new study. Want to be more successful? Neuroscience shows embracing a growth mindset actually changes how your brain functions. While a growth mindset might seem like your brain's software, research shows embracing a growth mindset can change your brain's hardware. 2. 6 keys to planning and measuring the performance of your business. If you don't embrace your team and business measurements, they will undermine your efforts. I've written 3 500+ articles about personal success. Here are the biggest lessons I've learned about persuasion. A decade and a half of reading and writing on persuasion boiled down to under 1,000 words. 5 ways men can build strong connections in the workplace and beyond. Recent trends suggest that there's a silent friendship recession underway, particularly among successful, ambitious men, and this can stunt career growth. Tired of dating apps? Some turn to Google Docs, writers of so-called Date Me Docs, which can read like 1,000-word versions of the personal ads of your hope for a more meaningful connection than a swipe might allow. Hope you have enjoyed our fine selection of news for today. Follow me or subscribe to my channel and I will keep you updated with the news that matters. Thank you and see you again tomorrow.